We're going to be going over page 264, problems 1 through 23. All right, first three we got is you're writing the percent as a decimal. So we know that percent is 0.96 over 100, and 0.96 hundredths, remember we're going to move that over twice, move that over twice. So this is really 96 ten thousandths. So in order to write that, it's 0.0096, right? Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, ten thousandths. A little simpler way is we can take our decimal and move it 2 times to the left. Okay? So let's try it with number 2. Here's your decimal. 2 times to the left is 0.65. And then number 3, 2 times to the left is 0.027. All right, let's move on to number 4. We're writing each decimal as a percent. So this is the tenths, this is the hundredths, so this is 42 out of 100, and I know that that's, 42%. Okay, another way to do it is we can move the decimal 2 places to the right. We're multiplying by 100. So this one on number 5, 2 to the right is 788%. Number 6, 2 to the right, 58.54%. All right, let's move on. Number 7, which number is greater? We want to get them into the same format, so I'm going to change 16/25 to a percent. Out of 100, we multiply by 4, and 16 times 4 is 64. So this one's 64%, so 65% is greater. All right, number 8. If I change this to a percent, remember I got to move it over once, twice. So this is 560%, which is going to be way bigger. So 5.6 is bigger than 56%. All right, number 9. We're not going to worry about doing this on a number line. We're just going to order them from least to greatest. But we do want them in either a percent or a decimal is the easiest way to compare these. So I know that this is 84%. And we have 85%. So we got to figure out the 15 over 18. So we did this before we were allowed to use calculators. I'm dividing by 3, dividing by 3. So we have 5, 6. I can do long division, or I got my calculator sitting next to me and I'm going to do that. 5 divided by 6 is 0.8333. So this is 83 1/3%. All right, so from least to greatest is going to be 83 1/3%, or 15/18. Okay, the next one is going to be 84%, which is 0.84, and then the last one is 85%. All right, so let's go over to number 10. Number 10, I'm going to change this decimal. Let's just try decimals this time. Nope, we can do percents. So this one's 58%. Okay, this is going to be smaller. And then 7/12, again, I can just do 7 divided by 12. So 7 divided by 12 on my calculator gives me 0.5833333333. All right, so we know that this is 58.33333, or 58 1/3%. All right, so the smallest is going to be this 58.3%. Because after that 0.3 is going to be zeros, and 300 is smaller than 333. Okay, the next smallest is going to be 7/12, and then the largest is going to be the 0.58. All right, moving on to number 11. Okay, so remember we have 2 ways we can do these. We have the equation way. The equation way is the part equals the percent times the whole. Okay, or we have the proportion way. The part over the whole equals the percent over 100. All right, so the first one is what percent of 28 is 21? So on this one, I'm going to do 21 over 28 equals what over 100? Okay, I could probably do this. Well, let's see. Without a calculator, we know that's x over 100. I'm simplifying this divided by 7, divided by 7. That's 3/4. Ooh, that's one I know. 3/4 I know is 75%, so my percent is 75%. All right, let's try this next one. 65 is what percent of 40? I still think that the proportion is a great way to do these. So 64 is what percent of 40? Now, again, this one's a little bit different. 64 is what percent of 40? Of 40, that is the whole. So the whole is the 40 and the part is 64. We know this one's going to be bigger than 100%. All right, I'm going to divide these by 4 real quick. I think I can get to it pretty quickly. 64 divided by 4 gives me 16. And then 40 divided by 4 is 10. All right, so I can see I can multiply by 10. So I get 160. So the percent is 160%. All right, number 6. So what number is 80% of 45? This is a better one to use the part equals the percent times the whole, because the 45 is the whole and the 80% is the percent. So we're going to write A equals, I'm going to change that to 0.8, right? 0.8 times 45. Grab my calculator, 0.8 times 45, and I get 36. Okay, this one is 0.8% of what number is 6. All right, so we don't know what the whole number is this time. So the 6 is the part. 0.08 we're going to write as 0.008, changing it to a decimal. And then we don't know what the whole number is, so we're going to put W. All right, we want to get W by itself, so we're going to divide by 0.008 both sides. Okay, these will cancel, and our whole, let me grab my calculator, 6 divided by 0.008 gives me 750. All right, moving on. We have identify the percent of change as an increase or a decrease, then find the percent of change. We're going to round this to the nearest tenth if necessary. All right, so remember, percent of change is going to be the change over the original. Okay, so from 4 strikeouts to 10 strikeouts, that's a change of 4. Sorry, excuse me, a change of 6, and then the original was 4. Okay, remember, we're going to get a decimal, so we've shown you, you can just multiply that by 100, and that will give you that percent. So 6 divided by 4 is 1.5, and 1.5 times 100 is 150, 150%, and that's going to be an increase because it went from 4 to 10. All right, the next part is going to be, okay, I'm still recording. Sorry, I thought I hit a button wrong. All right, next one, I'm looking at the difference between these guys. Okay, where's my pen? Come on, pen. All right, here we go. So the difference between these two, 24 minus 18 is 6. We put it over the original of 24, and then we multiply that by 100. I know that 6/24 simplifies to 1/4, right? And 1/4 is 0.25, and 0.25 times 100 is a 25%. Okay, this went down, so it's a decrease. All right. All right, I'm trying to move this so I can get to my next one in line. Oh, there it goes. Okay, all right. All right, number 17. Okay, so we are trying to find the sale plot price or the selling price, same idea. All right, so my original price is $15 and I get a 5% discount. So I'm going to do 15 times 0.05. Okay, and 15 times 0.05 gives me 75 cents. So I only get 75 cents. Jeez Louise, that's not much. So I'm going to take that $15 and I'm going to subtract 75 cents. So the sale price is $14.25. Okay, the next one is a markup. So when we mark it up, I guess they're saying selling price, we're going to use a markup for that one. So that's kind of the difference between these two. So we're going to take that 550 and we're going to mark it up 75%. So let's multiply 550 times 0.75 and we get 4.125. When I change that to the nearest penny, it's $4.13. So we're going to then add that $4.13 to the store cost, and we get a total of $9.63 is going to be the selling price for that item. All right. Number 19. All right, remember the formula for interest is interest equals principal times rate times time. So the interest earned, so we're going to say I equals, our principal is 450, our interest rate we write as a decimal, so it's 0.06, and then our time is 8 years. I'm going to run to my calculator, 450 times 0.06 times 8 gave me, ooh, now I came up with $216. I'm going to check to see if that's right. So 450 times 0.06 times 8 equals, okay, it is 216. I hit all the right buttons. Okay, next one, we're looking for the principal. So we got to work a little backwards on this one. So the interest is 27. We don't know the principal. The interest rate is 0.015 and the time is 2 years. All right, so we're going to multiply these two. They're like terms, so I'm going to do 0.015 times 2, and I still get a pretty small number, times 0.03. Okay, in order to get that principal by itself, I'm going to divide by 0.03. Okay, I'm going to go back and do 27 divided by 0.03 gives me $900. So the principal must have been 900 bucks. Okay, great. Let's move on. Number 21, you and your cousin and a friend each take the same number of free throws at a basketball hoop. Who made the most free throws? Okay, so you, okay, so let's say that's your fraction, so you made 17 out of 20. Let's change these all to percents, okay? So 17/20ths is how many out of 100? Times 5, times 5, 17 times 5 is 85, okay? All right, so we are good with that. Trying to get that out of there. All right, next one, your cousin is 0.8, so we're going to move it over. Cousin made 80%. Ken, you made 85, so you beat your cousin. And then your friend made 87.5%, so guess what? Your friend is the highest. All right, second to last one, 22. You estimate that there are 66 cars in a parking lot. The actual number is 75. Find your percent of error. So remember, that's your change over actual. Over actual. All right, so 66 to 75. When I do 75 minus 66, I get 9. Okay, the actual number was 75. So we're going to divide 9 divided by 75. 9 divided by 75, and we get 0.12, which we know is 12% error. Okay, and what other estimates give the same percent error? So if you did, instead of going, since you guessed there were 66, if you went above 75 and added 9, so that would give you 84. 84 as a guess would still give the same percent error, because again I would do 84 minus 75 and I would get 9, and then 9 divided by the actual of 75 would still give me that 12% error. Okay, all right, last one. You put $800 in an account that earns 4% simple interest. Find the total amount in your account after 3 years. All right, so let's first figure out the interest. We know the interest is principal, which is 800, times rate, which is 0.04, times time. So 800 times 0.04 times 3 gives me interest of $96. So my balance is going to be 800 plus 96, or $896. Okay, that's it. Hope you do well on the test. Have a great one.